Hello, I am Stephanie Joy, the attorney at All Things Social Security and Joy Disability Law. Your video is about to start. I just wanted to remind you that if you click the join button below, you can learn more about the memberships offered at a very affordable price that can give you a little more direct attorney answers to your questions. Have a great day and enjoy the video. Hey, Friday fraud law review. For those of you that like this kind of stuff. I think this is part 2, and I'm going to look and find out, to a previous report we had, perhaps when the first person was convicted, and here I believe may be an accomplice. And this one was really bad. It involved an elderly victim, the fraud against an elderly victim. This is May 2024 in the Eastern District of Missouri. The fellow pled guilty, so I'm going to blast his name, Austin James, age 27, of Hillsborough, St. Louis County, Missouri. You're not doing anybody proud here, there, Austin. So he pled guilty to a felony count of identity theft. He admitted knowingly possessing or using without lawful authority a means of identification of another person to commit bank fraud and financial exploitation of the elderly. Okay. Austin James admitted aiding a fellow named, looks like Gino, and I think when I reported first on this one, I didn't know if I pronounced the last name right, Rives or Rives, R-I-V-E-S, in exploiting an 80-year-old victim who had hired Rives prior to early 2021 to repair her roof. So this is all about contractors pulling fast ones. My dad was a contractor, extremely honest. But I have to say, I have found myself personally disappointed in any major contracting project I've seen happen. I hate to say it, it's terrible. I have no trust, but anyway, and it's killing me because I do have some things I need. He was supposed to repair her roof for $7,500. He claimed to be a licensed contractor when he wasn't. This is Rives. We'll call him River. No. And then the victim hired him to renovate her home, the interior. Rives had told the woman to write checks to himself, Austin James, and some others that totaled, you're going to fall off your seat with this, over $550,000 for renovations on the 1-bedroom, 1-bath, 11-square-foot home that was worth no more than $135,000 in 2021. I mean, I want to know, where was the 80-year-old's family? Didn't they check up on her? But, I have plenty of seniors that don't want any of their kids, including myself, in their business. So what do you do? Anyway, the defendant now convicted in this case, in this particular reporting, James Austin, he received 8 checks totaling over $94,000 between January of 21 and March of 23. So in a 2-year period, he took in almost $100,000 from this old lady, purportedly for performing work on her kitchen, bedroom, bathroom, basement, and foundation. But, and I guess he admitted to this, he did not do the work for which he was paid. God, that she can have her eyes, the wool pulled over her eyes. It's not unusual. Not unusual. I almost feel like the majority, I'm saying seniors, but I'm sure there's more than that, some non-seniors as well. I think that everybody, so many are capable of having the wool pulled over their eyes. It's just that bad. And we lose our discerning powers, that we might not have fallen for 20 years prior. So anyway, you know how this gets to me. due to the volume of checks that had been written on the old lady's account, and that was cashed by Rives and Austin James and the others, her bank contacted the St. Louis City Building Inspector's Office, which determined that any work done on the house was worth no more than 50 grand if it included and plumbing or electrical work. Okay. So the bank got involved. They saw all this money going out. And I'll tell you something, I can say this from personal experience. They do that. And, you know, if it's your bank, you might say, I don't want them overseeing what I decide to spend my money on. I get that. But maybe they look at the age. Maybe they look at the subject, you know, subjectively have to dig in there, you know, after seeing the age or whatever. Because I have seen it. I have seen banks prevent great loss when they interfere fast enough. And I know, like, it's like a double-edged sword, right? We've heard of, you know, recently banks pulling all sorts of fast ones on people they don't like, right? So, you know, when would this kind of benign excuse be used fraudulently by a bank to play games with a customer otherwise? Now, here they're, you know, morally doing the right thing, and probably saved but may have been a ton more. I don't know how much money the old lady has. Anyway, the first guy, Rives, he's 36 of Edmondson. He pled guilty last year, and that's how I knew. I'm like, I know this sounds familiar. And it was the, you know, the contracting on the lady's house. So I'm going to go find that old one, just because I'm curious. And he had admitted defrauding 2 elderly victims, not just one. So, and sadly, he and his mother, Zella Rives, pled guilty to separate charges this year and admitted falsely claiming that Rives was too disabled to work. That's where the Social Security Administration probably came in. He probably was scamming and getting Social Security disability, disgusting, while running an entire fraud scheme with massive amounts of money. They're getting sentenced next month, apparently. And Austin James, who I think is only involved with the one elderly person, the one that's the subject matter of this report. He's going to be sentenced on August 14th. I wonder if we'll hear about that. The charge can carry a penalty of up to 15 years in prison and a fine of up to $250,000 or both prison and fine. Curious, what do you think the young Austin James should get based on what limited information we have? Should he get the full 15 and the full $250,000 fine? Should he get part of each? Obviously, I think he should return what he got and then some. I don't know. He's a young man. That doesn't excuse him. He's a full-blown adult. But, you know, we've kind of infantiled our young people, right? So they're not responsible. They don't necessarily analyze decisions with any kind of value system intact, because it seems like we've destroyed that. So, you know, what do you do? Definitely need to have some jail time and probably some fining. Not sure if it should be the full 9 yards. I see cold-blooded murderers get less than that, so I'm not so sure he rises to that level. Anyway, what do you guys think? Anybody? Any takers? Oh, they do go on to give you a Missouri hotline in case anybody in Missouri has a problem or sees a problem. It says anyone with concerns about suspected abuse or neglect of the elderly or disabled should contact Missouri's Adult Abuse and Neglect Hotline. And there's a link here. Or call 1-800-392-0210. Never a bad idea, guys. All right, I'll chat with you later. Happy Friday, TGIF. Bye now.